Hello YouTube, Ken Hale here with another Black Desert Online patch notes video for you here from Korea. And today is May 20th, 2020. And we're going to go over the changes for today. Not a lot of big changes. Only a few class changes today, but a few events, but most of the events are for the season server, so we do not need to go over any of that stuff because it doesn't affect you guys. Also some bartering changes coming up, and I believe that's it. Let's just get going here. All right, so starting the events here, like I said, these first events here are all for the spring season event server, so we don't need to go over that. Just talking about grinding places and getting these items and blah blah blah. This is also about the season server. Continuing on here. Now you got this other event here, the first event that does not apply to season server. You just get these golden bars from grinding, not hunting as I usually say, grinding, gathering and fishing. You get these bars and you can use them on your processing, your manufacturing processing to craft these things here. They can trade into the NPC, the Imperial Trading NPC, I believe, for some fat money. I believe it's 3 mil. Yeah, 3 mil from what I'm seeing here. I'm not sure. Oh, it takes 10 of them to craft one of these. So I guess it depends on how often they drop. See if it's just a big boost. And then interesting here, you get these bars also through just being logged into the game for 60 minutes, 120 minutes, and 180 minutes, which we're all going to do anyways because we're all going to be AFK doing something. Another event here. This is just not really an event. This is just the new loot table, I suppose, for the Black Spirit Adventure. Nothing fantastic here to worry about. It's all random anyways. It's not like you can have to do anything. You just open your Black Spirit Adventure and you click roll the dice, all that, and then here we have more additions, more Kafra packages addition to Patrigio or Knife Vendor. They're really trying to make this get relevant again, and also Black Star Armor. So the Black Star Armor has increased, the drop chance has increased in Patrigio, and they added these new Kafra packages here. These tiers 10 to 20 Kafras, 15 to 25 Kafras, and 20 to 30 Kafra bundles. This is new to Patrigio. So when this comes out, you guys can go and roll your odds for Kafra stones. I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't use the Knife Vendor. Never really thought it was a good idea. Maybe in the beginning when there weren't enough boss weapons and armors in the market, it was worth it. But these days you can just easily go to the market and buy one without having to wait or without having to waste 50 energy per chance. And then this is just a new calendar, the login event, new login rewards. Again, nothing fantastic here, nothing new worth mentioning. And then we get here to the class changes, and this time around I went ahead and put a little translation together here, so we're going to switch to a different page here and go over them together. All right, so here you go. Class changes. We got Sorceress. Crow Flare no longer restores stamina while using. That's what I was able to gather from that. Don't know how that affects a pretty quick cast skill, so I don't know if it's going to really mess you up too much. And then we have it here for Berserker. Headbutt uses you can use the skill ground lifting faster after you use Headbutt. If you're using Headbutt, you can switch to ground lifting, awakening ground lifting, faster and smoother now. And Burster Training, apparently left click attack used to slow you down. That has been fixed. It no longer slows your character down. And then you can now use Prime Raging Thunder in succession after using Lava Piercer more smoothly and easily. And then a bunch of Valkyrie changes here, most of them for awakening. And the first one here, you have to use Ultimate Blitz Stab after using regular Blitz Stab, and I believe the command has been changed from forward and right click to just right click on Ultimate Blitz Stab. So you still got to do forward and right click for the Blitz Stab, and if you just hold right click, now I believe you can use your ultimate. Shoot chase distance has been increased for all the tiers, and a status immune has been added to it, and that is good because they actually removed the super armor from the prime shield chase and they changed it to forward guard. So now all your shield chases have forward guard, but to compensate they actually gave you status immune to every single step of shield chase. Not quite sure how that works. I don't know if it's all stats. Often grapple is not affected, but I didn't see anything in the notes about that. And then Verdict, whatever the full name of this skill was too hard to pronounce, so I'm just going to say Verdict. The cooldown was reduced to 30, 27, 24, and at level 4, 21 seconds. A pretty big change. I think it was like 6 seconds change from on level 4. So pretty good buff there for this skill. I'm not a Awakening Valk, so I don't know how that affects your gameplay. And then Wave of Light, the DP reduction effect has been added to Wave of Light. The patch notes did not say how much DP. So of course you can always count on Pearl Abyss to not be very helpful with the patch notes. Then Deathblind Chase, you can now use it backwards without changing to to pre-awakening. Apparently, if you use backwards before, you switch to pre-awakening, which is pretty silly. Now you can use one time before changing, but if you use subsequent times, it will turn into shield chase and go back to pre-awakening. And then flow, lux, lucem, fluxum. Apparently the effects, the special effects of the skill had a wider range than the attack itself. That now has been fixed. Now they increase the range of the attack to match the special effects on the skill, the visual effects, the graphics on the skill. Now they both match, and so the attack range will now be wider. And then Terra Sancta, they added 100% crit in PvE, and the range has also been increased for Terra Sancta. And then the final change here, promptness, increased the number of hits in PvP. Apparently the numbers of hits were decreased in PvP before. Now the number of hits in PvP were increased to match the PvE hit, and then but to compensate the damage in PvP per hit has been decreased. So the damage should be relatively the same. It might have been increased or decreased, but of course, as always, Prolabis not being helpful on the patch notes here. And they also added 100% crit chance here to promptness when it's not on cooldown. So this is definitely a damage buff, but this here we don't know if it's a buff or a nerf. And then moving on to item changes here, they are pretty much all item description changes. Nothing great here to talk about. And then going into content changes here, we have some bartering changes. They are trying to make it easier, or at least they're adding ways to get more shipbuilding parts here through bartering. And there's actually you can see here after the tier 5, there's an option to change your tier 5 items for these things here. I don't know if this is new. I'm new to bartering, so I'm not sure if this was always the case, but you can see here all these extra building parts have been being shown here. And they actually added an option when you're bartering reset to do a reset specifically for shipbuilding materials. So when you're doing a reset, if you're not looking for money or bartering parts or bartering trades specifically, if you're just looking for your ship building materials, which is what most newbie barterers should be probably doing, you can focus now on shipbuilding materials instead for your bartering, and it's probably going to look something like this. So you can build up your ships more easily and faster to get to end game bartering. End game bartering, the real end game in BDO now. What else is here? That's pretty much it. This is just telling you about the costs for the parlay costs for the bartering things here. So this is for the material only. You can see the cost here, the point. This is for the regular trading, I believe. And there's some monster changes here. Oh, this might affect our gatherer community out there. I just noticed this a while ago here. Some of the Balinus mobs here the population has been reduced. First one, of course, is our very famous grass beetle here, and then these are some bees. Now the important part here is these here, which is the fox and the wolves. So the populations of fox and wolves has been reduced. So I'm not sure where they reduced. I'm not sure how that would affect the gatherers, but it might reduce the amount of meat, the wolf meat that you can get, and fox meat. I think that's also a thing. And what is this? Chukchibi. Let's see what this Chukchibi is. All right, and this is the last one here is weasel. So fox, wolf, and weasel populations in Balinus has been decreased. So I guess we got a little bit of a meat gathering nerf here possibly. And that's pretty much it here. There's nothing else fantastic happening here worth mentioning as far as I could find. Let's jump into game here real quick so we can take a look at the cash shop before we get out of here. All right, so here we are in the cash shop. It's the same shenanigans that was here last time around, I believe. We got these costumes that were here last time for the ladies and for the gentlemen. We got this package here that was also here last time with 2 costumes for a discount, 25% discount. We have some fairy stuff here. Again, nothing new. Another 30% off costume sale here, and seems like that's got let's see here, sale. So we got tent on sale, tent, and then we get inventory slots. I was really hoping that they would get inventory weight sale this week for my Valkyrie because she's struggling, but no luck on that one. I'm gonna have to wait to test the new Project Cave with the new elite mob that they added there, because the weight there was really a killer when I went to try to test it. Another week of disappointments for the Pearl shop. I guess it's a good thing for my wallet. I can keep my wallet intact for this week. Another week of no Pearl spending on the cash shop. But yeah, that's all for the patch notes video. So the next video coming up will be my Devs Encyclopedia video guide walkthrough thing. That should be coming out on Monday next week. Also in the middle there, I'm going to try to squeeze in another Life in Korea video. But this is going to be it from me for now, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.